Every election is a choice. Sometimes the choice involves a policy issue. Sometimes it's a choice between personalities. But in this election, the stakes are much, much higher. Because in this election, the choice is about what kind of government we will have. Will we have a government of the people, by the people, for the people? Or will we have a government where the system is rigged and powerful special interests call the shots? The founding fathers of this nation fought a war so that we, the people, had the freedom to govern this great nation. And during our nation's wars, brave and loyal Americans have honored their sacred duty to serve and protect our democracy and our right to vote. These courageous and patriotic Americans did not sacrifice their lives so that politicians who lack backbone and who lack moral courage could sell us out. These politicians stain our democracy and betray us by taking campaign contributions from power-hungry special interests and their influence-peddling lobbyists. Think about the history of this great nation and ask yourself these questions. Isn't our freedom, the American way of life, based on government of the people, by the people, for the people? And isn't it time for us to unite and stand together and say we've had enough of politicians who are in the pockets of power-hungry special interests? Imagine, just imagine, how much better off we would be if we had leaders who honor the traditions of this great nation by standing with and for the people and by standing up to power-hungry special interests by refusing their campaign cash. Let me tell you about the action I have taken. I have instructed my team that we will reject all campaign contributions from corporations, from corporate PACs, and from corporate lobbyists. Not one dime. Why am I rejecting these campaign contributions? Because our nation is founded on the principle of government of the people, by the people, for the people, so that you, the hardworking taxpayers of our community, would have elected officials who are beholden solely to you and who will fight for those things that you care about: a good education for your children, affordable prescription drugs, and access to health care for you and your family. By rejecting corporate campaign contributions, I can and will do the job you elect me to do. Put the interests of you, the people of this community, first. If you remember only one thing, remember this: we can have the kind of government our founding fathers put their lives on the line for. This is within our power. But for us to make this happen, we need to unite and we need to do something. We need to honor the memory of the men and women who sacrificed their lives in war to protect our right to vote. We need to do that by voting. And we need to work together to get our friends and our neighbors to vote. I ask you to stand with me, join me, and together we will have a government that serves you, your families, and all the people of this great community.